Alright, welcome back to Unterwegs in Düsterburg. We are right where we left off. I know last episode was a little bit shorter, but it is just due to the story beats that are happening now. So, we need to go into this machine, I think. My goodness, what's this supposed to be? Hard to believe Wahnfried took my time shift and rebuilt it. I hardly recognize the machine. Time shifter? Yes, I told you about my experience with which I tried to prolong human life. The time shifter served the purpose of merging a body from the past with the aged body of the same person. The body should be rejuvenated in this way, but that was a mistake. As I had to find out, it is impossible to have matter between times. One can only create a spectre, an avatar. There are also other complications that I'd rather not talk about now. I don't want to know. But you just said that Wahnfried tinkered with that machine? Can you tell me what he changed exactly? You mean, what purpose the apparatus now fulfills? I'll take a closer look. One can adjust several things here. Dials for numbers. They were not built in by me. Even more dials. Look like some sort of coordinates. Of course! Grandy, this is a time machine. He simply reconverted my model. With this device, it's possible to travel into the past. Gradually, I'm beginning to understand. After he realized that he had no chance against you and Libra, he fled into his time machine. He fled into the past, and there you must have done something that ultimately prevented you both from existing. Huh? How can he possibly achieve that? I don't know, Grandy. He could have found and killed you when you were children. There are so many possibilities. But we are here, Dankwart. We are alive. The world is not so easily cheated out of its children, Grandy. The order of things found a way to keep you alive. But this bloodsucker has robbed you of the best memories of your life. And he will have to pay for that. Is there any way we can use these machines against him, Dankwart? Because otherwise I'm not really seeing a solution here. Wahnfried and his people are vastly superior to us, and it won't be long before they track us down here. If Wahnfried could use these devices to tinker around in the past, then so can we. But how? This bloodsucker traveled to the past to save his skin. Very well, we can do the same. All we have to do is set this machine in motion and undo all his misdeeds. I do not understand these things. My trade is swordsmanship, but if you say that this is the solution for it all, then we have to turn on this device and blow Wahnfried into nothingness. So, what is this heap of metal? It's an energy converter, a humble invention of mine. Didn't mean to insult you, Dankwart, but what does it do exactly? Without the energy converter, almost nothing works in this laboratory. The devices are all state-of-the-art and require a combination of magical and conventional energy. Ah, yes. And what exactly? For dummies, please. First of all, the device is fueled with coal and then charged up magically. The combination of both forces creates a new form of energy, which I've discovered myself and patented in Königsberg. The Dankwarticity. Sounds like a skin disease. Oh, Grandy, the quality of your jokes have been declined a lot recently. Only Dankwarticity allows for a constant lower energy supply, which keeps the sensitive apparatus running for a longer period of time. A magical lightning storm, which produces a similar form of energy, would overload the whole system and also burn out much too quickly. Thanks a lot. I think I got how the system works. Good. And now? Say, Dankwart, shouldn't we be able to power up your energy something with this coal? You really understood my explanation, Grandy. Once again, I'm surprised by you. And now put it in there. The device is fueled. Then we only need to fire it up. Step aside for a moment, Grandy. Almost as cozy as a warm chimney. Excellent. I have full control over the machine. I assume that this big switch activates the system. Maybe it's a trap and it will blow it. Maybe it's a trap and it will blow us all up. In that case, I hope that the detonation is strong enough to level the entire castle. Then we'd have achieved our goal as well. I just tried to make a joke myself, Grandy. Looks good. Your machine seems to work. Now, what do? We need to find a fixed point in the past where all events converge. Then one of us needs to go back in time and change the past so that Wahnfried cannot enact his plans. And that's supposed to work? Wahnfried has demonstrated it already, but he has obviously gone too far with his intervention. We must be more careful. Time, place, and possible consequences must be taken into account to prevent another disaster. Do you have any suggestions as where we should start? Yes. We start at the point where he abducted Doria. We want to prevent him from ever seizing power. The proposal sounds interesting, but seems risky. What's risky about it? Well, change the history of this region from the last 20 years, it is hard to assess the consequences. But Dankwart, surely you do not believe that anything good has come out of the reign of Wahnfried? You're right, Libra. Regardless of which choice we make, a certain amount of risk will always remain. But Wahnfried must not be destroyed. We have seen in what such an approach can result in. What if we warned Dankwart of the past about Wahnfried, so that he does not succeed in kidnapping Duchess Doria? Of course! That was the beginning of all this trouble. Only this way could he succeed in ambushing me in the icy wastelands. Then it's decided. I volunteer for this task, that way we save ourselves further discussion. Time is pressing. So, be it. But allow me to say a few words. It was an honor and a pleasure to know you and to be able to call you my friends. What are you talking about, Dankwart? Our friendship will continue to exist even without Wahnfried's villains. I'm not so sure about that, Libra. After all, it was precisely that which brought us together. I'm afraid the time of farewell has come. No, Sir Dimensional, please. We don't even know if our plan will work. You're right, Grandy. I got carried away. Take your place on the platform. Farewell, my young friend. And good luck. Dankwart! Something's wrong. He's still here. Don't worry, Libra. As I said, the machine only creates an avatar of Grandy in the past. However, it looks like we've got a new problem on our hands, Dankwart. Hold the fort here. I'll guard the door. So we gotta hurry. How? Where? What? Where did I end up now? I've been here before. That's the road to the castle. A bit closer would have been nice, Mr. Denkelberg. Oh well, what can you do? At least this infernal machine seems to work. I should get going. It's still a long way to the castle. And people claim the weather used to be better back in the day. I mean, it's doing a large thunderstorm. Ugh. Why must these dukes always build their castles on mountains? Who goes there? My name's Grandy and I wish to speak to Duke Dankwart. The Duke does not wish to be disturbed, and the servants have already been sent to bed. You'll have to wait until tomorrow. But then it will be too late. My message is of utmost importance. Very well. I suppose it must be important if you make it well up here in this terrible weather. Come in. I will inform Duchess Doria of your presence. What do you want? I'm looking for the Duchess. My arrival was announced. You may pass. Duchess Doria is awaiting you. You must be Sir Grandy. The guards told me you wish to see my husband. Unfortunately, he's once again very busy and doesn't wish to be disturbed. So, may I know what you wish to tell him? This is very complicated, to be honest. I don't really understand myself. It's a matter of life and death, especially regarding you. Regarding me? In this case, I think the message is rather meant for me. It has to do with your husband's experience. He's tinkering with time. It will cause chaos in the future. You know about his time manipulations? As far as I know, he never told anyone about it. He did, Madam Duchess. He told me about it. I mean, he's going to, it's really quite confusing. I don't quite understand what you mean, but there seems to be some truth to your words. I will inform my husband. Please wait here until then. Falkenburg, built for the protection and welfare of His Serene Highness Falkenburg von Denkerberg, as a people and during the terms of office of His Imperial Highness Kuno I. But now, holy smokes, that's Wahnfried over there. Maybe he's waiting for Dankwart as well. Maybe he just had to wait in the past until he was received. Or Dankwart got the time wrong and I'm too late. Well, at least nothing seems to have happened yet. The Duchess still looked quite relaxed. Maybe we'll use a different path, right? Goodness gracious, there he is again. How can a guy be in two places at once? Or is there a doppelganger? Hello, Grandy. Good to see you here. How do you know my name? You can't know that already. The game is over, Grandy. You've lost. Tactical retreat. That can't be. But it is. There he is again. Resistance is futile, Grandy. You're surrounded. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter whether you believe in your perception or not. It's over, Grandy. But this is complete lunacy. You can't know my name and you can't have split in four. You're wrong there, Grandy. Of course, I'm from the future as well. And with the help of my time machine, I can teleport myself to any place, in any time. If it's the same place, and time 4 times in a row, then we'll have to face a fourfold. Fine then. This is admittedly also barren to me, but I honestly don't care either. As I care, we can settle this right here, right now. Man against man. I was expecting this reaction from a man such as you, which is why I elected to appear with a 3-man advantage. But even if you managed to defeat me here, what would make you think that your friends would still be alive upon your return? They are in the hands of my guards. Even someone as empty-headed as you should be aware of the consequences. As you can see, you are outmatched. Give up and return to reality with me. You win. Splendid. You did well to surrender. Otherwise your friends would have to pay the price. Although, it doesn't make any difference in the long run. But how did he manage to be in the same place in 4 copies? You should have seen it, Grandy. The bloodsucker had sent himself to the past 4 times in a row with this time machine. For you, it must have looked like he was in the same place 4 times. That's exactly how it was. I still don't understand it, but since you seem to get the picture done for it, I won't ask any more questions. That's a good thing too. We're expecting an important guest. I can't have you interrupting the proceedings. Are you talking about Malthur? The supposed son of the Dark God? The very one. With his help, I will march into Königsberg with my people, where we will create a huge army of the undead. It should be easy for the son of the Dark God to put a protective aura of darkness around my people. But why am I even telling you this? You won't live long enough to see my triumph anyway. Selwyn, bring these people to the dungeons and have them executed immediately. Yes, Your Highness. I'm sorry we dragged you into this, Tarius. That's alright, Grandy. You're my family after all. Stop babbling. Move it. And it's over. Master! Master! He's here! He's at the gates already! What the hell are you talking about? Who's here? The one you're waiting for, Master. That mother. Are you insane to make him wait at the gates? Let him in at once. We'll receive him in the throne room. Yes, Master. What about the prisoners? We'll kill them later. Or, who knows? Maybe perhaps the son of the Dark God wants to have some fun with them too before joining us. Well, where is he? Don't tell me that he got tired of waiting and left. No, Master, but he seems to be a little suspicious. Understandable given the reputation that precedes him. You can tell him that the son of the Dark God will find only friends and admirers within these walls. Will do, Master. And there enters the son of the Dark God. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You seem to be the leader of this pack of Sarthian Then you can surely tell me what's the meaning of this charade is. It saddens me that you do not seem to like it, Sir Malthur. Rest assured that this all serves the purpose to convince you of the sincerity of my intentions and my deep reverence for you. I've been wandering over the surface of this earth for so many generations now that I stopped counting the years. However, I cannot remember ever attending a celebration in my honor where I would have liked the guest list. You're doing me wrong, Sir Malthur. I've made a sincere effort to gather only the biggest scum around me. Villains, monsters, and assassins from all over the world, all willing to commit the worst atrocities just to receive your blessing. What was that? Ah, everything's going according to plan. I didn't arrive a second too late. Is that your jester? What's this laughingstock doing here? Malthur, I adjure you, do not listen to this rattltrap. He's one of the most despicable creatures ever to... I meant to say, he serves the light. Some sort of a paladin in disguise. If you know what I mean. That must be the best disguise for a paladin I've ever seen then. Don't believe a single word that pale upstart says, my lord. They are planning to trick you. Wahnfried acts out of pure self-interest. I myself, however, am willing to sacrifice every bone, every tendon I have left for your dear father, the Dark God. To prove my willingness and my capabilities, allow me to give you a taste of my art. Go ahead. I love magic tricks. What the hell? Damn. Wasn't fully developed after all. The gate guard will take care of him. I've never seen this scene. I told you so. Now that we have got rid of this troublemaker, allow me to demonstrate my total solidarity. What's this that makes you so bitter and suspicious? Tell me, I'm your friend. My friend? Liar. There's no friendship amongst the followers of the Dark God. Everyone is out for his own advantage. That is the true nature of the Dark God. But how it came about that I became the man I am today, I will gladly tell you. As I fled across the battlefield after the Battle of Ravenstone, I realized my Dark Father had forsaken me. He had born me so that I would wander restlessly for all eternity to increase the number of his disciples. Perhaps he felt betrayed when I had the audacity to follow the desires of any other man. To take a wife and build a house for us. My gaze wandered over the blood-soaked earth over hundreds of victims whose death I was responsible for. Back then, I wasn't capable of questioning my actions. This insight only developed over the next few decades. I fled into the world, abandoned by my father, no goal, no purpose, no friends. Chin up, pal. We'll figure out something too. For the first time in my life, my blinders were lifted, and I saw the world as it really is. And above all else, I learned to hate the followers of the Dark God and devoted my life to hunting these creatures. Not that anyone thanked me for it. Humans take flight when they see me. Nevertheless, I prefer this existence to an immortal life without meaning and purpose. And from the looks of it, I've just come to the right place. And now for you, bloodsucker. That's our chance! Attack! My favorite battle track. Oh, but we need to really heal ourselves up here. It's giving elixirs to everyone time. Our last chance is the son of the Dark God. And obviously this is a track from Warcraft 2. Heal all and Thunder and Tattoos. Sun, Bloodsucker, Starlight. God, Libra takes so much damage. Damn. There we go. And another one. Hit. Thank you. Wahnfried is escaping. Captain Kuron actually kept his word. He and his fools are keeping the vampires at bay. Grandy, go get the Duke. We'll take care of the skeletons. Alvaro. No time for debate. Move it. We'll hold them off. That way you don't get stopped by all of these soldiers. So, you're giving up? I never give up, and I'm not done with you yet. Then we'll show you what it means to serve the Dark God. Your machines can't help you now either. That remains to be seen. I have to risk it if you want to get me. I will share with you the centuries of pain and loneliness that I owe to the Dark God. Now open your mind. Well, how do you feel? Better or rather worse? This is what you want to impress me with? Now take a look into my mind. I've never seen someone like this. You are... Yes, I'm evil. Time for you to resign, you pansy. Well, how do you like it up there? Quite comfortable. Is that so? No problem, I'll change that. It's time for me to leave. I'll have to leave you hanging. And we have to get after Wahnfried. We can't actually help Malthur there, because we don't trust him either. He must have gone up here. Where does the ladder lead to? To the clock tower. Heaven knows what Delry has prepared there again. Time to finish this. Vampire bat. To the night, miracles, arrow prayer only against the vampire one, and flame striker. I think we might need to do a sword dance. Yeah, these other two are just to annoy us and debuff us. Here we go. And just walk past these bats. There he is! Let's go get him. And on to the final battle. Holy smokes. What is this? That's the machine. The machine Wahnfried froze time with. Can you turn it off somehow, Dankwart? Generally, it's still the same apparatus as before. I just need a little time. Right now, though, I think it's more important to find out who this coffin belongs to. Maybe to him? If he thinks it's mine, you are mistaken, Denkelbrock. It belongs to your wife. Doria. You can't help us in this fight, Dankwart. You deal with the machine. And now for you, bloodsucker. Doria attacks. Because Wahnfried stays in the back. Just there to attack us. And we have a new move to protect Dankwart. Him to the knight. And defense here as well. Because this is one of those special fights. Dankwart can't help in the fight, but he's there he can disable the machinery. So look around. Don't worry, Dankwart, I'm with you. I see a couple of fastened screws. I presume that the mechanism running the machine is behind that. Furthermore, there are a few tools here, maybe to maintain the machine. A screwdriver and a sledgehammer. And we're gonna do the fast road to end the fight, which is a very nice one. Let's go to the vent again and take the screwdriver. Don't worry, Dankwart, I'm with you. Alright, I got it. Whoops. That's a screwdriver from my old stocks. Grandy, the screwdriver was blessed by a priest according to our tradition. Could you use this? Thanks for the offer, but I think you're going to need it more than we do. And so, let's turn this clockwise or counterclockwise. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Because actually, if you do use them the wrong way, they will just become more tight. So, turn the screws counterclockwise. Don't worry, Dankwart. The screws are loosening. And now again, counterclockwise. The cover is off. You low vermin. You're better than I thought. Time to say your prayers, bloodsucker. We are not there yet, my friend. I prefer to retreat for now. And while I'm at it, I'll take your daughter with me. What? She exists? She's alive? Strange, isn't it? Downright paradox. She existed even though her parents never got to the proceed. Downright paradox. She existed even though her parents never got to procreate in this timeline. But it makes her even more interesting for my plans. You dog, you. If you lay one finger on her. Dearest Doria, I'll have to leave you now. Please keep the scum away from me a little longer. I've always enjoyed the years you've served me. You will pay for this. Farewell. My carriage is waiting for me. And now we take the hammer. Alright, I got it. Of course, we want to stop the machine. We can very slowly stop the machine. Or we do it the proper way. Use hammer. Dankwort destroys the insides of the machine. Just hit it with a hammer as much as possible. Blasted thunder. That was a vial with explosive food in it. Sorry. At least it's done some decent damage. And use the hammer more. I'm making good progress, my friends. Don't give up. Don't give up, my friends. We're almost there. Don't worry, Dankwort. I'm making good progress. Don't give up. Whoops. The machine is disabled, my friends. We've done it. The sun finally rises again. Very slowly. But there it goes. The eternal night is over. The clock moves again. Doria! What are you standing here like stump dummies? Wahnfried got your daughter. But Dankwort, your wife. You can't help her anymore. I have to deal with that myself. That's her. I recognize her voice. Do I have to kick you that you get going? Boo. And now for us, my dear. Would you look at that? My hands are still all oily from that stupid machine. You've always hated it when I forgot to wash them. Before dinner. You've barely changed. Maybe get a bit more pale, but I've gotten old. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed you. All those years in solitude. Now look at that. I've still got the tools from the machine with me. Silly me. The hammer and the screwdriver. The blessed screwdriver. The sun. After all these years, finally sun is shining again on my beloved Falkenburg. Captain King Organ, you upheld your part of the bargain and helped us to drive that fiend Wahnfried out. Now it's my turn to pay you back. You and your pack may now leave. At last. It's high time that we finally leave this greasy country behind us and return to our homeland. Men, we are moving out. Alvaro, it's good to know that you're still here. Don't worry, my men will not leave anyway, until they get their pay. Well, that really shouldn't be a problem. But tell me, what happened here in the meantime? Oh, you went after the bloodsucker. Once you went after the bloodsucker, the tide of battle began to turn. The dark creature slowly gained the upper hand. But all of a sudden, the sun came out. Then things happened very quickly. The vampires fled in panic or dissolved into stinking smoke before our eyes. We were then able to find some of them back in their coffins. They were then carried outside and opened by us. You can imagine what happened to their owners. Their revenants and bone men had a very similar fate. Only Captain Saram, the Duke's right hand, was nowhere to be found. Half a dozen of my men are still scouring the castle for him. Thank you very much, Alvaro. Obviously you are a man who makes the right decisions even under pressure. It was the years of secret resistance that had trained my skills, my lord. I wonder how Grandy, Libra and young Tyrus are doing. Couldn't you have been a bit faster, Grandy? Oh, my friends. I didn't expect you to be back so soon. Nor would it be if Grandy had not let Wahnfried escape. Hey, now that's not fair. I ran until I was painting my lungs out. But Wahnfried's head start was just too large. Dankwart, we have to hurry. Please come with us. Maybe we can still catch up to him. Sorry, my boy. But this time I won't be able to help you. For me, this is the end. Why end? We have to go after that guy and... You misunderstand me. I mean that this adventure ends here for me. You can't just give up now. Grandy! Let him, my dear. He'll understand once his hot head has cooled down. But we have to stick together if we want to take us this fang job. He only tucked his tail and ran. Why don't we send him finally to hell? This is our chance to get payback. I would advise against that. Malthur. Aren't you the son of evil incarnate? That's the last thing we needed right now. So you really are Malthur. The Malthur? I've got no time for tattle, old man. I'm here to see if you can be of use to me. Forget about it, pal. Before I become your lackey, you will taste my blade. Some discretion might be in order, Grandy. Not everything we see is the way it first appears. But Dankwart, he's the son of the Dark God. That makes him potentially even more dangerous than Wahnfried. That may be so, but I've got the feeling that he's not here to harm us. That's right. And now hear what I have to say, or get out of my sunlight. Time is wasting. Something's fishy here, Dankwart. Maybe we best listen to him what he has to say first. If you say so. But don't you agree that we are wasting our time? That swine Till got our daughter in his claws. I'm accurately aware of that, which is why you're going to let him finish so that we can leave soon. Well, child of legends, everyone's eyes are upon you now. I'll make it quick. Wahnfried seems to have something big planned. Your child is somehow connected to it all. How would you know that, demon spawn? Grandy! Don't act so cocky, worm food. I read his mind as simple as that. Mind reading? Fascinating. Could you elaborate? You wouldn't understand the process even if I explained it to you. Over the years, some acolytes of the occult find a fitting name for it. The Brain Melter. You've indeed succeeded in impressing me. Your wicked deform apparently hides more knowledge than I suspected. Yes, that's all very interesting. Can we get back to the point about our child? What has he planned for? What is it, Grandy? I forgot the name of our daughter. You don't know it either, do you? But how can it be? Our daughter... An extremely interesting phenomenon. I think it has something to do with the flow of time to... Blatherdash. We don't have time for this nonsense. We? Since when are you part of the team? Boy, you want to face an opponent that dared to attack Malthor the Unspeakable? You are no match for this foe. Well, he told you off pretty well too. Or are you just resting in those lightning strikes? You're right. He caught me off guard. Now what seems to be the logical consequence to this? I think he's right, Grandy. Right? About what? I'm not following at all. I think he's suggesting some sort of pact. But that's madness. Are we supposed to join one force of darkness in order to beat the other? I have nothing in common with my Dark Father anymore. Quite the opposite. I hunt and destroy his followers wherever I can. My children, all I can say is this. Strange times sometimes call for strange alliances. I will stay here and help rebuild the old Falkenburg. I owe that to Doria. So Malthor, please tell me what that monster plans to do to my daughter. My knowledge is limited. I could only decipher parts of his insane mind. Never before have I seen thoughts of a being whose wickedness could even remotely be compared to this vampire. It was so overpowering that it took my breath away and gave Wahnfried the opportunity to take me out. But my whining is not helping us either, so what do you say? If this is the only way, then so be it. Yes, dear, we have no choice. Then it is decided. But now tell me, what happened to the Dark Duke? How did he escape? Well, we followed him to the castle courtyard, but there must have already been a darkened carriage waiting for him. We could only watch as Wahnfried made off with the help of his hunchbacked servant. In this thought, I could see that he had prepared this plan for an emergency, as well as where he would be heading to. Blast and thunder! Don't keep us waiting so, Malthor. He's headed for Königsberg. Königsberg. Of course, I should have anticipated this. My dear friends, you must depart immediately. What's so special about Königsberg? It is a port city. From there, Wahnfried can set off to all parts of the known world and escape from our grasp for all time. I hope that my old friend Baron Davidoff von Schöppelbrunn is still in office. I'll provide you with a letter in which I ask him to support you in every way possible. Excellent. Then let's get heck out of here. Time is short. What is it, Tarius? But what about Malthor? I mean, a giant like him will draw a lot of attention. Convincing objection, my boy. Especially since there are some experts on the occult in Königsberg who... What's the Dankwart? What did you just think of? Well, two things, my dear Tarius. I've just had an idea about how to find a disguise for our new friend here. What are you thinking of, old man? Bold words coming from the mouth of an eons-old being. Touché. Back to my idea. I think it is time to rescue my old court magician Gargamel from the dungeon. That was the old Hornok who kept staring at me the whole time, wasn't it? Well, he has his flaws too, I admit that. He may be very fond of the opposite sex, but his abilities are beyond question. Then I will go get him so we can get going. Oh, Sir Dankwart, I'm so happy to find you unharmed. What is... No time to talk. Tell him what he has to do. And who is this young man, Sir Dankwart? That Gandamil is Malthor. I see, so what can I... What, did you just say his name was Dankwart? I said his name. Yeah, we know, he's the son of this dark deity, supposedly he's on our side. We want him to look a little more inconspicuous. Oh, did I mention we are in a hurry? That's really thick, Sir Dankwart, and now you want me to... If you could, my old friend, give the son of the Dark God a form that's not quite as imposing. So I'm supposed to transform you, I see. But isn't the body of a true demigod far too, well... divine? Don't be so coy. I lost most of my powers in a lightning storm. I think it will work. Now go ahead. Alright, don't get your panties in a bunch. I have to concentrate for this spell. You'd step to the side a little. Now step in the center of the middle. Symmetry, so we can enjoy your looks in all their splendor one last time. That's good. Now let's see. What a masterpiece. Well, what do you think, Sir Dankwart? Well, that's quite pretty, Gundam, only the eyes. That must be some sort of kink the Dark God built in. I can't change that. If you ever want to have children, you better transform me into something proper. And by that I mean a male form. But no one will. I am not joking. Oh, very well. Who am I to contradict a divine being? Let's do it again then. And this time you better meet my taste. I have no problem with crushing an incompetent mage before I go vampire hunting. Well, that actually looks a little more inconspicuous. A little puny maybe. Let's also try the hood on your coat to hide your piercing gaze a bit. Well, be off then. Right. Now that we took care of that, we should really get going. And I see you in the next episode then, where we'll be heading to the next stage.